Welcome to This Week in Vexly. Starting off, we will review our trade ideas from last week. First off, we liked Meta as a short last week due to the market maker model being short, along with the gamma profile signaling 300 to act as a magnet. Last week, we saw Meta move up into slightly, before eventually getting pulled down to 300 and a little farther down to 291. From Monday's open to low of week, Meta was down 5.34%. Next, we liked XOM as a long last week due to Pluto being close to a buy zone, along with the gamma profile showing that 100 should act as a floor for a bounce. XOM held over 100 all week and bounced up to 104. From Monday's open to high of week, XOM was up 3.62%. Now let's looking into our Fed and liquidity review from last week. Starting with CB swaps, we saw the downward trend continue along with the Fed balance sheet drawdown commenced. These were both negative for the overall market, but we did see a positive in overnight repo action between Wednesday and Thursday. This provided a liquidity boost into end of week, and was shown on Friday's gap-up open, but was quickly faded during the day. Overall, the liquidity remains an issue in the market, and we have yet to see any signs of it easing up anytime soon. Next, we want to review the weekly returns from last week. Looking at the chart, you can see QQQ was the weakest of the major three. QQQ has been one of the leaders for a while, so it only makes sense to see it start a possible consolidation phase or slight pullback here. Lastly, we want to review our heat maps from Friday's close. Pause the video and review price action to the charts and note points of interest that could be important for Monday's open. Here are the heat maps for ES, NQ, and RTY. Now let's get into our trade ideas for the week. First idea is we like TSM as a long for this week. Our market maker model has signaled long along with Pluto having a long signal from late last week. Moving to our gamma profile, we can see the large negative gamma peak at 95. This is a spot we want to see price hold above for a possible bounce. Next, by scrolling down to our Vanna profile, we can see the negative peak is at 95 and our positive peak is 105. These are the outside targets for this week, as we are looking too long around 95 for a chance to see 100 to 105. Next, we have our P1 skew, which relatively flat on the week, and here is the weekly seasonality for TSM. Lastly, we have our VX levels for TSM, which show phantom wicks in both directions, which is why we are looking to long around 95. For our second idea, we like PFE as a short this week. The market maker model has signaled a short and Pluto is also showing a short signal. Moving to our gamma profile, we can see that peak gamma is at 38, but we do have a higher position at 40, therefore we will be looking for a short entry around 38 to 40. Moving down to our Vanna profile, we can see our peak negative is at 35 and peak positive is at 40. These will act as our range for the week based on positioning, and 35 is a target for the short. Next, we have our P1 skew, which relatively flat on the week. Here are the seasonal weekly returns for PFE. Finally, here are the VX levels for PFE. Something to note is the phantom prints that are pointing to higher prices. This aligns with our idea and area we like for a short entry between 38 and 40. To recap, we saw overnight repos provided liquidity at the end of last week, but haven't seen any more compelling changes to liquidity in the current market, therefore we still see liquidity as poor. To recap our trade ideas, we like TSM as a long from 95, and will be targeting 100 to 105. Our second idea is to short PFE in between 38 and 40, and will be targeting 35. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.